Can you close that door, please? Yeah. Thank you.
And we're live, guys. So this is another edition of the MMA UK Late Show. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Geraint Hill. I'm going to butcher your name in many ways this evening. That's the first. Maybe you can rate me on how I'm doing.
Yeah, notice.
Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, good. A bit overweight.
Well, we're glad to have you on, and you're a heavyweight, so you've got the least amount of eyes on the biscuit tin at the moment. Don't worry about it. And Glenn, we've dragged you from a pit of self-loathing and misery off your hangover. You're a hero for doing this. Thank you.
Oh, enough of my love life now, is it? Or? Right. Oh, yeah, I'm all right. I feel okay, but I stayed up too late last night watching the UFC tonight, so I feel a bit rough today.
We'll come on to the UFC later. And then, as ever, my co-host, Peter Knox. Peter, good to have you.
Yeah, Frankie, I was just showing off the MMA UK logo, mate. I know I'm sound. Looking forward to another mild, mellow show like last week.
Hopefully it will be a bit more mellow than last week.
Hopefully.
And I hope everyone else has recovered from seeing that.
Yeah, I'm
Peter,
all right. I feel okay, but
why don't
I
you
stayed up
tell
too late last night
everyone
watching the
about
UFC.
our amazing sponsor of the show?
Yeah, so the MMA UK Late Show is sponsored by Fight Fuel. Fight Fuel is a supplement and clothing company founded by martial artists, for martial artists and all combat sport athletes. The aim of the company is to supply supplements and clothing of the highest standard to all fighters and warriors so they can train, perform and win.
Awesome. And we announced the winner of our competition with Fight Fuel last week. Did Matt Bailey claim his prize, Peter?
Yeah, he claimed his prize. We'll put him in touch with Fight Fuel. I don't know if he's received it yet. He's no message to say he was, but that was sent out £100 voucher to him to spend on whatever he wanted. So
awesome. So, Geraint, again, welcome to the show. Second time I've botched your name, no doubt. We were trying to find TikTok aficionados to come on tonight's show with us. Peter and I have had a go. As usual, I'm coming up short in all of these challenges. Mine is piss poor compared to the ones I've seen you do. Have you been on this bandwagon from the beginning?
No, I think it was about Christmas time my daughter started using it. And I just started having a mess about them with her and just trying to keep them happy, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny games, eh?
It was actually Callum that suggested to get you on, said you'd done a few TikToks.
Yeah, I've done a few, yeah. Callum's slightly better than mine.
Yeah, Callum wasn't ready steady tonight because he's not showed up, so I think he's got
he wasn't ready at all. I first started, I first downloaded the app after seeing the dentist, Darren the dentist, Stuart, do a load of them, and I thought it was something for the kids, but his was so funny, I just had to get involved. But yeah, this was my first attempt at doing it, and I think I do need some improvements. But you start to come out of your mind after a while, don't you? Trying to remember the words and stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard the people in my one so many times in my own head. I was like, oh, I'm just doing it, and that's it. That's going to have to be good enough.
I only tend to do like one or two takes, though. I don't sit there and record them.
I just keep forgetting the words.
It is what it is, isn't it?
I think the key is to find a short one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie. You'll watch it in the morning.
Well played.
We should do a before and after with a picture of Glenn. We should get a picture of him on last night's show and a picture of him tonight. That would put people off thinking for life.
Oh, you can't slag him off now. He dug us out a hole. But we didn't give you enough time to submit a TikTok, Glenn. Have you done any of these yet?
Excuse my language, but you got fucking no chance. I'll put it out there now. I'm anti-TikTok as well. I think if you're an adult and you do TikTok, get a fucking life. But those who are into him, right? I will say, even though I've had a bit of an argument with him, Rhino Daly, the boy from Birmingham who I fought, is a fucking hilarious. Is a brilliant.
Really?
He's on Instagram. Is a brilliant. But because I told him he needs to grow up, I think we had a bit of a spat and he bit his tummy out or whatever. But he's a really good. But he could probably be an actor anyway. To be fair to him, he's a good crack. He is.
So he's an actor like me, then.
Oh yeah, mate. Mr. Burns in the making.
So I feel like we might be ready to watch the first TikTok. Who wants
Peter,
to go first?
just to let you know, if you have done Mr. Burns with the Simpsons, you've won. You've won.
I wish I thought of that now.
And just to let the audience know, we did one MMA TikTok each and one normal TikTok each. I don't know what we're going to go with first. Frankie, who do you want to put up first?
Probably the MMA ones, then. I hope he's not falling asleep.
At the wheel.
Checking my messages, sorry.
So
Right then, crack on it.
Come on, Frankie.
Go on, son.
Probably went for a fit. There you go.
I got to score out of 10, is it?
Katie.
Yep.
I can't hear that.
I can't hear it either.
Can't hear it.
She miming.
Gosh.
Look how good I am.
Exactly. Let's get the audio for it. I'm sure the tech guy's on it.
He'll be on it.
You didn't hear that, Frankie, if you're watching. There we go. You're coming again, look.
Oh, this motherfucker. I really am. I wish I wasn't, but I am. I'll just go through my life doing what I do. I've been tested a million times, never come close.
Oh, I feel like actually it was more together when I sent it than it's come up there, not to make excuses. There's a delay on the sound.
Are we going to score it out to 10 or?
I can compare. Here we go. We've got somebody else now. Who is it? Oh, no.
Who's the next one going to be?
We should have had you hosting, Katie. You wouldn't have messed this up.
Out of Dublin, Ireland, presenting the Notorious Conor McGregor.
That was
That's
my
a very
boy.
small part, Peter.
Yeah, that was my wee boy Dario. He wanted to do that part. So.
And then let's get shown by the master how to do this.
Who do you think would give you the hardest fight out of anybody on stage? Right here. Right here, the hardest hitting 145 pound, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't move. They're not, who the f is that guy? Who the f is that?
So how did you get the background in that? Did you have to upload a picture?
Use effects on the app,
right.
green screen.
Okay. I need to try that next
We're
time.
showing our amateurism there, Peter.
My daughter's sorting out that.
So, Glenn, what did you think? Round one.
Well, I think Peter's boy was pretty good, but Peter didn't do it, did he? So it's got to be a Geraint. I'd give Geraint a 9.
Glenn,
Yeah,
I didn't do
get it
the other one either. Just wait and see.
You are.
I didn't see the other one. I didn't do that one either.
But it was good, really good, to be fair to him, wasn't it? But it wasn't he, right?
I like the way that you put the hand down the middle, like Bruce Buffer did.
I know, that was very buff.
You were
I don't know if
Smith.
I don't know if you noticed, but the piece of cardboard you hold it, we even wrote UFC on it. So
Oh,
You know,
Details are key.
yeah.
silly little thing that's like this now, okay, with kids practicing this, it's going to set them instead for like drama and acting and stuff. Because even though it's a social media craze, it's going to have its things on.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I agree with you. Right,
I'll
should
be
we move
useless
on
and
to
not
round
lie.
2, the non-MMA rounds? See if we fare any better in that one, or if Peter actually says anything.
You know the girl with the blonde hair that comes in Oh, yes,
It's me. A chicken cat, a king prawn butterfly, some vegetables, tomatoes,
Yes, please.
2 pilau rices, a garlic naan, a peshwari naan, and a normal naan. Any discount for the GC, honey?
Oh, you have to pay double now.
What, was that a TikTok or was that phoning for an Indian?
She sounds so
Like your
much
hair.
more common than me.
I can't work out what it's off. Was it Gavin or Stacey, the mother?
She's Towie. It's Gemma
mate.
Collins from Towie. Only down the road. It wasn't that much of a stretch. That's why I thought I'd start easy.
Come on,
Right, who we're going to next? Peter, you next?
Let's see what's on going.
That's me.
This is my baby. And ain't nobody finna touch her.
Peter, you haven't done very much in these TikToks.
I just thought I'd make a better baby than Mia, so we've done it that way.
And let's see Geraint. Oh, the tension.
The suspense. Well, just everyone is leaning towards it.
I'm going to make this pen go up my nose. Ready? Oh! Ow, 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 ow,
Is that a special effect or is that like a pen that
You just turn the angle like that. Instead of going up your nose, you just turn the angle. So it looks like it's going up your nose.
I could actually do that before back then.
Wow.
Looks good, doesn't it?
It does. I thought it'd like come in a magic set. So what do you reckon, Glenn? Who's the winner of round 2?
Uncle Gay again, boy. Gay again. You was as good, okay, to be fair.
Yeah, it was long, wasn't it? Do you remember all them words?
I thought Katie's one was really good as well.
It was.
It's the first week I've come second, I think.
Yeah. Oh, mate, but you was close. I think Gay's a pro. It doesn't really count. Gay's like, you can see he's like into it. It's brilliant, to be fair.
I love the ones where they like do 2 or 3 people at once, but just the thought of trying to put that together was beyond my capability.
I was going to do it with the McGregor one. I was going to be Jeremy Stevens as well, but
yeah, you need to record it.
Way too complicated for me. That is.
Get it. Oh, we'll give you a task. Go all out this week now, right? Do one, your best one you can do. Spend a bit of time, get it in, and we'll play it next week. How's that?
Yeah. Pressure.
Yeah. I like it. Let's do it.
Go on, Gay boy. We can see what it's like.
I'll forget my daughter's help, I think.
That's it.
Not one of the dancing ones.
I gotta show them.
So how old are your daughters?
Emily's 11 and Nadine is 9.
Are they our prime TikTok age then?
Yeah, Emily's flat out all the time. Walking around anyway. Go for a walk up a mountain. She's like, give me all this TikTok.
This is the one that everyone seems to be doing.
Yeah, I've done that one as well.
Do they make you join in?
I make them join in.
Amazing. It's just so weird that this stuff that just didn't exist a few months ago.
Yeah, it's mental,
then just is suddenly everywhere.
It just kicked
and
off.
Even if you're not on TikTok even, you scroll through your Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and it's everywhere.
Yeah. Especially now with the lockdown as well. I think it come out at the right time.
Yeah, people have got more time on their hands. So, Geraint, let's talk about your fighting. We know that you've got a big announcement coming up that you can't tell us about at the moment.
Yeah,
We know
that's right,
that
yeah.
it's some form of combat, but it's something different to what you've done before.
Yeah, something I haven't done before, yeah. But I'm excited to have a go at, yeah.
Amazing. So when do you think the announcement will be?
Well, sometime next week maybe. It's up to them really, is whenever they want to announce it.
Is it dancing on
Contract
ice?
signed? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, might be.
And we
Yeah.
haven't seen you inside a cage since 2018.
No. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone through personal issues I had to deal with myself and get my head straight. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now lately. The last couple of months have been great. Like,
That's great. It feels like lockdown has had some silver linings as well as,
it has.
Yeah. So your last fight was a bit of a war. By all accounts, it was a 5-round monster battle, and you came away just on the wrong side of a majority decision.
Yeah.
Talk us through that fight.
Well, I got knackered after the first round. I gassed after the first, and then I found my second wind in, like towards the end of the second. But then I lost that at the end of the third. So yeah, he just held me up against the cage a lot. None of his strikes hurt me at all. He tried to take me down for most of the fight, unsuccessful most of it. But yeah, I gassed, I think. I gassed and I didn't capitalise when I could have. I think I could have won in the third round, I think, but I don't know. I was just too tired to do anything about it, really.
There aren't that many fights outside of the UFC that go to 5 rounds.
No, there's not. Well, I didn't know it was a 5-round fight until I got to the arena.
I was in the changing rooms when I told him.
He was funny.
How did you feel about that news being broken to you?
Devastated.
Really?
I want more money than this.
What, John Jones money?
Yeah.
So that was really the first you'd heard about it was
Yeah, didn't say nothing in the weigh-ins when I turned up. I looked at the fight list to see what corner I was in and what change room to go, and it had 5-minute rounds. I was like, what the fuck is this? I looked at Lewis. I said, Lou, what's going on there? He said, oh yeah, it's 5 rounds. Fucking hell.
Oh my goodness.
It was good fun.
Such a close fight. Is it one you'd like to run back?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely. I said that to him straight after it finished. I actually said to Lewis and Wayne, because I knew it was quite a close fight, when they went to the judges, and it took quite a long time to come back to the decision. I said to Lewis and Wayne, I said, if it's a draw, I want to go another round, just to get a winner tight. Like.
You didn't want to do 5, but now you do 6.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, isn't it?
My man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was good fun, though. He's a nice guy as well, Sofian, in fairness to him.
It always makes me nervous when the judges take ages to come back with a decision. Yeah. Did you think that you'd done enough?
I don't know. Maybe. He had a point taken off him in the second, I think.
Right.
So I think that might have made it a bit. But he held me up against the cage for most of the fight, so, you know, he had octagon control, didn't he? So.
Yeah, gosh, tough one. So, yeah, we'll be seeing you back in there. So you're signing a contract for something that's happening, I take it, the second half of this year.
Yeah, hopefully,
We're now going into is this year.
It won't interfere with MMA, though. I can still compete in MMA, but as long as it's not, I think it's 4 weeks before and 4 weeks after an event. So I can still plod on with that, like.
So we could see an MMA comeback as well this year.
Yeah, certainly, yeah.
Excellent. Guys, have you got any questions for Geraint before we...
I've got the
talk
greatest
about
question.
last night.
I've got the greatest question in the world. If you could change one rule in MMA, what would you change?
Oh, I don't know. Knees to the head on the floor and kicks to the head on the floor. Back to pride rules. Definitely.
A lot of people say that.
People say that, and people say headbutts as
Headbutts,
well,
yeah.
quite a lot.
Oh, they'd be brutal, wouldn't they? Imagine on full mount. Wow. This is a big head to be throwing at people like. It's to cause some damage.
Yeah. That'd be brilliant. Have you ever answered that question, Glenn?
I'm trying to think of an answer, mate. I no, can't think of one. Yeah, I say regular. I do away with the water cutting. I would, but
I thought you were going to say you could drink pints between rounds or something.
Oh, I reckon there should be one. You know, we should be allowed to go for a beer or whatever, and then old school rules like go for a beer before it. Outside,
a pint in between rounds, like.
Yeah, I'd be right with that. I think I'd be fine with that. I tell you what I do away with. I do away with asking the question of would you change the rule with it in MMA.
I think Frankie said that before as well.
I can't retire it yet.
Unfortunately, it's only what would you change, and like you don't, you don't actually get your request. So, did everybody watch last night's UFC?
Nope.
You haven't seen it yet. I told you, Frankie agreed.
Babysitting, I was.
Do you know the results though, Geraint?
To be honest, I didn't really know a lot of people on the card.
No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't one of the most.
I watched one of them earlier on, and some guy got stopped by leg kicks.
Yeah, it was in the prelims.
Yeah.
That looked nasty, I did.
I think that's only the third ever fight to be stopped by kicks, I think.
Yeah, they did say that, didn't they? I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
It might have been in Fight Pass prelims. It was very early on. I'm just checking the results.
Yeah, I got BT on my phone, so I couldn't record the main card. So
TKO leg kick round 2. Chris Gutierrez, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
in fairness, leg kicks hurt.
Yeah.
I'd much rather get kicked in the head than in the leg.
Yeah, there's definitely been one stop for that before, though.
Burns is amazing, definitely.
Yeah.
That was some performance.
He was amazing. He was amazing last night. Frankie, I can't hear Glenn.
No, I can't either.
Glenn. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now or what?
They muted you because you were talking shite.
Yeah. So, no, but did anybody watch the main event? Obviously, Tyron Woodley was.
I can't hear Glenn.
Burns.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me? No.
Yeah. I think you're covering your mic with your hand.
Mic.
I think you're covering your hand.
No, no, I'm not.
That's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to twist the thing on again. We've been lucky performances. I mean, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back off.
Gates' performance a few weeks ago.
Sorry, Glenn, go on.
So with Gates' performance 3 weeks ago, then backed up with Bobby Burns' now. I mean, they both have been my performance of the year so far, both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted Burns to win. I didn't think he would win in that fight style. I thought it would have been a nice early sub. But in the last round, when he was still going forward, still pressing, and Woodley was thinking of that big right, I thought he's going to get caught now. He's going to get caught. And I was so nervous for him. And then at the end, when he dropped his hands and stood in front of him, I thought, what's he doing?
I know.
But he was good. Really good.
Yeah, he was really good. And he's just like, he seems to develop and improve so much between each fight.
Mate, it's striking. So I was talking to one of my coaches just before the Maya fight, and he said that it's going to end up a slugfest, and Burns is striking will edge him. And I thought, his striking wasn't that good, but it looked so good last night. It was crisp, sweet. It was tight. It's clearly something he's been working on. His leg kicks, he was hiding his kicks well. Everything. It just looked like a complete performance. It just goes to show how perfect his timing was in them two staff takedowns. How good Woodley's defense was, because the timing was perfect. He dropped under the left hook, he shot in, and anyone else would have been on your ass. and Woodley manages to stop him. And then, like Geraint said earlier about cage control, he turned him on a cage and he just dominated the round straight away again, just by holding him against the cage.
And what do we think about Woodley? And what do we think? Is it just other people are overtaking his level, or?
I've said it for a while, right? We were stuck in an age where there was people on each division, more or less all the divisions, that was on top of their game for such a long time. And everyone knew what to beat. So everyone was worked out how to beat that style. So don't think that Burns hasn't been looking at Woodley for a long time to look how to beat him. You know what I mean? Because he was at the top of the tree for a long time. Yeah. Same with Demetrius Johnson, same with Stipe. Loads of people was watching him and working out how to beat them. Do you know what I mean? So he could perhaps come back now and win 6 in a row. Who knows? But he's been there for a while, and he needs to change stuff up now. Find a new part of his game where he evolves. Yeah. Or I think if he sticks to the same old Woodley that we all know, I don't think he'll come back. I think he needs to start changing stuff up.
That's actually what I think about Woodley, is not evolving at the moment. No. And we've seen it with a few, like you said, previously dominant champs, and Joanna's the same, I think. She just doesn't seem able to evolve her game to bring, and once people work out how to beat that style, you need to be able to evolve to bring something new to them.
Yeah, it's the same with Khabib now. Khabib's been, as soon as somebody works out how to beat Khabib's style, when they find that antidote to beat that style, everyone will copy it and everyone will go to beat them.
And will they find that way to beat him before he retires?
Well, I guess I don't know.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, don't fear a man that's done, what is it? Don't fear a man that's done 1,000 techniques once. Fear a man that's done one technique 1,000 times, isn't it? Because that technique perfect.
Very true. Very wise. Yeah.
I'm not wise. I'm just don't think I know what I'm talking about. I'm winging it.
I did think that last night, though, considering how amazing Woodley's looked in so many of his fights, Tony just said there, it popped up on the screen and I missed it, like he beat him in every aspect, and it's so true, and he just looked like the more well-rounded fighter. And when you say that against Tyron Woodley, that's pretty scary.
Yeah. Woodley was throwing loads of feints. He was throwing
man.
It's going down, the gangster. The gangster. How's it going, Kate? He was throwing loads of feints, and like if we look back to the early Woodley days, right? When he was throwing and pressing forward with intentions. All right, not very crisp and straight. He was winging, but sometimes that's what you need. Somebody was really tight yesterday with Burns, and he was sitting in elbows in. Perhaps he just needed somebody to run at him like an Ngannou style and just throw at him.
I was saying Francis perfected that technique, me.
Yeah, you know, if you've got a young boxer in a gym, you can overcoach that up to him. You're going to tell him, no, that's not how to throw. You throw proper. But sometimes I think you just got to throw caution to the wind and fucking go for it. And
go in, never scrap.
You look at some of Woodley's highlight reels. They are of.
He did over.
Winging.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I
thought Woodley looked bigger as well. He looked bigger than normal. Even he's a massive welterweight. Anyway, not so much height, but in terms of muscular, and he looked bigger. So I thought you were gassed towards the end. He didn't gas. He was just well beaten when he.
He's gotten beaten by 2 world-class fighters, and that whole division is fucking stacked. If they all fought each other, Edwards and all that, Colby and all that, any of them could lose 2 in a row.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't.
But hats off to Burns as well for putting himself in that position. He went after that fight from the second that UFC London was called off. And he knew that Leon wasn't going to get the fight. He's been calling for it and going after it. So
I said to the boys in the group earlier, right? I said that I think Burns could have finished that. Somebody of his level jiu-jitsu, he was dominating on the floor. Okay, they wasn't on the floor much, but I think if he wanted to, I think he wanted to get a cage time in 5 rounds. I think because as he fought 5 rounds before, I don't think has ever. So I think he would. No, I don't think he ever have. So I think he's got to the timing and proved a point. I mean, still pressing in the 5th round when it's to me, that took some balls. That was ballsy. He could have run away, could have sat on the back foot to stay away from him. But he's still pressing, still looking to fight after 5 rounds. It was brilliant. Like.
So what's next for? Oh, let's get some analysis from Oban first. Bit of analysis. Woodley fights like Wilder. Believes his own height. Thinks his right hand's the be all and end all. Edwards would have knocked the shit into him. So who wins between Edwards and Burns?
Back, Oban, boy, fucking hell.
Don't set the fence.
Tell us what you really think.
Fucking hell. Yeah, fight like Wilder, I think, again, Wilder's another one who isn't very technically gifted, is he? Just got the power. I think I would like to see fucking Woodley throw like Wilder yesterday. I wouldn't have because I wanted Burns to win, but that's why I think he would have finished it.
Yeah, the last round you could have done a Francis Ngannou, just fucking swung for the fences.
Just last minute. Just fucking go for it. Yeah. Rather than trying to outscore and pick him, no, just fucking throw your hands. Because if he's got the power to knock him out. So rather than go to the box, as soon as he starts throwing him straight punches, he's going to hold his guard up. If it comes from everywhere, he might get a gap. You don't know, do you?
I'm loving all this analysis from the viewers. Never get predictable. Throw straight, throw long, throw wild. Never get caught with the same thing twice. There's Tony. He's a coach at the MMA clinic and
he's just said and done as well, man.
Fight Sports UK. But yeah, we've just assassinated Woodley's current performance. But
sorry, Taylor boy.
Yeah. What's next for all of the guys at the top of the welterweight division? Who fights who?
So, everyone would love to see Burns on a short survey, but he's not going to have one. There's too many people in the pecking order. I think I'd love Masvidal to go next, but in theory, it should be Edwards.
To go next. I bloody love him.
I don't think Masvidal gives a shit because to him, titles ain't about the first. It's about people there week in, week out. So I think he'll fight anyone. But Edwards should have a pop. I know they all should have a go in time. So let's just say Usman fights Masvidal, Edwards and Burns, and then the winners go off, and then that's their top 4 to the end.
Who does Colby fight?
Burns.
Who was it?
Burns. Colby.
Oh, Chuck Colby, McGregor. Fuck it.
That's the problem. You'd Conor McGregor saying, "Oh, you can fight Usman," and then I think Masvidal would fight Conor and take a title shot as well for that bad motherfucker belt.
Put Masvidal with McGregor if you would say.
Yeah. I'd love to see that fight as well. Comment from James Hamilton there, before it went down about Woodley. It was strange the things his corner was telling him in between rounds. Did you hear that? Almost like they were trying to get him going.
But come on, he's got a lot on his plate now. I've seen him in lots of films, all these raps. Where's his focus? I mean, you've got the UFC telling people to give up their jobs. They've got to leave the army and stuff to do it full time, and they shouldn't be making fucking rap videos either. Then. Yeah,
well, he was saying that a lot of his business ventures have turned to shit this year. So he really needed the money from this fight. So I wonder how much. I think you can really tell the people who don't want to be fighting but are motivated by money, which is totally understandable. But sometimes there's, they're getting in there to earn money rather than like feeling like this is, they're going to dominate.
If that's where his frame of mind is now, his manager needs to sit him down and tell him he needs to concentrate on one thing and danger of it all turn into pot. Because he don't want to be motivated by money and end up nothing. So he needs to focus on MMA, get back to the top, get back to winning ways, put all his time in MMA. Rather than having been a jack of all trades, trying to make money out of everything. Yeah, focus on one thing.
Do you think he can get back to the top of the pile?
If he evolves, he needs to evolve.
Yeah,
got to change.
Peter, you were shaking your head.
I actually think he'll take some time out. I think he'll retire. I think he's going to retire.
Like
unless he needs the money, and if he's doing it for that, he's going to end up hurt.
Role, isn't he? There, I don't know if he could do more of that if he wasn't fighting. I don't know how much that pays, but one of the other
going by how much Dana pays the fighters, it'd be fuck all.
Well, yeah. One of the other topics that has come up this week is John Jones asking for his release from the UFC. I don't think you should call bullshit on Dana White because he would do it just because he's pig-headed.
He won't give a shit, will he? No. So reading between the lines,
or how much money? Bench him.
How much money has John Jones asked for then?
So Dana White was saying he's asked for Deontay Wilder's money for his last fight.
30
I
million.
think it was around 30 million. Jones has said that was bullshit. He never asked for that. And Dana said, well, I've got the messages if you want me to release them. And he hasn't yet.
He didn't do it. When they asked him, the media guy asked him, show us the messages, and he refused to do it. So.
Yeah, he said, why are you calling me a liar?
Yeah.
That would be quite a breakdown of their relationship if he does put them out there in the public domain.
Well, he's under contract. They're not going to let him go. He's never going to get released from his contract.
No, but he could just bench him, couldn't he?
That's what I'm saying. You'll need to fight it out, or you'll never fight again. It's simple. So.
Yeah. So, but what do you think of how much Jones is worth to the UFC? I don't think it's 30 million. What do we think he's worth?
The thing is, he's asking us to believe him, and this is a guy. Look at his past, crashing into a pregnant woman and all that shit, running away, came back, got money out the glove compartment, and ran off again.
Dana White's not known for telling us the truth about anything either.
Taking dick pills and whatever. He just makes up all this shit, and now he's asking us to believe us. I actually think he is telling the truth this time. I think he is, because Dana didn't show those texts, but I don't know. It's a big mess, so they'll need to sort it somehow. They're not going to let him go. He is outside Conor, probably the biggest guy in the UFC, apart from Conor.
He's a big name. He's amazing talent, right? But when you cheat, then you shouldn't be put back to the top. You know my thoughts on this. He shouldn't be allowed to put straight back in, come back from a band, come back being locked up. Oh yeah, by the way, you want to be the highest paid. Because all right, Conor's the highest paid, but it's because of all his sidetracks as well. But to put him straight back in at 30 million, no chance. No. What's that setting on the other fighters? It should be like that. We give us 30 million, but we fine you 29 million for bringing a bad name in the UFC.
He did. He said today as well that if someone said go to boxing, he goes, I'd make more in my next boxing fight than I would in my next 3 UFC fights as well. That was another thing.
Everyone knows that though. If they went into it for the money, they went in like they should have gone into boxing. If he feels that way, I'm really bored of seeing these. Yeah, I agree with you, Tony. I think we've said it so many times on this show. We'd all
what people need to realise is
to get paid more.
You watch a boxing fight, you will know the main event, and possibly the one underneath. You will know anyone else.
Yeah, no one else. Yeah.
And all the other else are no names. So when you're watching the UFC, apart from the little fight nights like last night, which is a good platform and we're all enjoying it because there's nothing else on. You watch a pay-per-view. You know every single fight there on that pay-per-view card if you're an MMA fan. You know what I mean? Yeah. They stack it. They give bonuses to encourage them to fight more. Everything is in there. So they put it out throughout the board. All right. They're not all brilliant monies compared to the top guys, but it's a lot more than the lower level boxers are on. You're either a higher level boxer or you're on nothing.
I think the UFC need to change their pay structure. I think they should pay every single fighter the same. So just for example, you get Conor McGregor getting $5 million for a fight, and you get Nathaniel Wood on 50,000. That's just a heap of bullshit. So I think they should all get paid, say, $500,000 each.
I disagree with that as well.
But people like
you'll have the same thing as a Reebok deal then as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't think that's fair on the people that are going out of their way to generate publicity for themselves, to make themselves a bigger star. Not all of them enjoy doing it. Not all of them enjoy doing interviews with us. They'll just do them to, push themselves. Thanks again. And for covering up so well.
Look at Colby. Colby was going to be cut, and then he turned into a dickhead. Everyone hates him. But he's making $1 million from it.
Exactly. Yeah. And why shouldn't you get out what you put in? And I just disagree. If somebody's selling out the whole arena by themselves, why should they be paid the same as somebody on that nobody cares to see?
The people then who ain't doing that can't bitch and moan about the other people getting paid for more money.
Wow, yeah.
Do you mean it works both ways, then?
But if I was one of the ones who were bringing in all that money, I'd go, well, fuck you, I'm not doing media anymore. Everybody's getting the same anyway, so I'm not going to say no to everything.
What you could do is pay them all the same, but somebody like Conor gets the pay-per-view points. So the more it sells, the more he gets, but they all get the same wage. So they all get like $500,000 each, guaranteed. And then Conor will get a bit more because he's sold the most.
You know, I like throwing a curveball in. So when people pay pay-per-views in America, why can't they put a discount code in for the fighters they're watching and then rack all them up? You know, when they pay that pay-per-view, right, Geraint Hill, you know, same as people who get sponsors or use my discount code 15%.
Yeah.
You're getting 10% off, but it's getting the name through of who you're
And the
watching.
promotion knows who's selling the most then as well.
Exactly. Something similar. All right, it's never going to happen. It's just a pipe dream, but you know, it's never going to happen. But why not?
Yeah, but
at
they can
least
tell
then
by
it's how-
people's social media followings and you know
Yeah,
all the
those are
rest.
ways,
Like
isn't it?
Paige, for example, she's not the best fighter in the world, but she brings eyes on the sport. Like
bet she
for
does, eh?
whatever reason, she'll get
wonder
more
why.
in sponsorship.
But there's also UFC fighters, right? I've seen it. I've seen a local fighter, and I'll tell him to create his page, give him a bit of help, and he's got like 5,000 people supporting him. Then you've got UFC fighters, you've got maybe 200 people following his page. They don't know how to work social media and stuff like that, and don't have a clue.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, fighting isn't about social media.
Yeah,
is it?
exactly. So that's why you should all be paid the same. All UFC
I
fighters should have the
disagree.
same base pay.
If you want to go down that road, Pete, the numbers watching UFC now wouldn't have been the same without that. If Conor McGregor hadn't come into sport and acting like the way he is, there's no way the amount of people watching it would be watching it.
100%.
So you do, as much as we all dislike it, nobody we like the pantomime villain. It's needed sometimes.
Yeah. I can't mention the company I work for, but the company I work for, everybody gets paid the same. We all do the same job, you all get paid the same. And that's the way it should be.
Where's the incentive to work harder and go above and beyond and like do
well, that's where
extra
you want to be.
hours?
You want to be a champion, don't you? You want to work your way up. Plus, as you say,
you're-
you should get. If
But no,
you're
we
a pro
wanna be
proper, you
champions.
should get paid for
but
this shit.
I think a lot of people like would happily just sit on the UFC roster rather
Okay,
than
it's okay, you
fight
like
for
the
the
fact
title and
that-
give
Yeah.
up everything that you've got to give up and like no.
Do you like the
People in
fact
your
that
job
incentivize
pay
people to
doesn't
get
come
to
on
the top.
performance, Pete.
but
Doesn't
some
come on
players only
people
getting
watching it.
30,000 for fighting in the UFC, one fight. That might not even cover their camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's up to them to become better, learn more, and give them a drive. If you do the same thing all day, you're gonna get with the same point what again.
I'm not drunk yet. Is that-
Exactly, that's what it means.
Yeah, you need to get on the tenant
Talk sense.
quickly. What did everyone think of the smaller UFC cage last night? Did you notice a difference?
Mate, when I come on, I thought they looked bigger. I thought,
I made pints
Right,
on my
Alison.
end.
Were you quite pissed at this stage, Glenn?
yeah. I thought something's different about the cage. I'm like, what is it? Yes, they're 5 foot smaller. I was like, it looks fucking bigger.
Watching it while I opened.
Oh, one thing I will say about last night, right, and no disrespect to Geraint because he's an heavyweight. So the top level heavyweights in the UFC, and there's a fucking big difference. You know,
Yeah.
come on, that wasn't high level fucking heavyweight, was it? They were. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was,
they
that was right,
wasn't-
yeah, that was the only boring fight I found. I thought the rest were really
yeah.
good fights, and that one was very. I was expecting I'll be a finish in the first minute, but no.
The
It's not
welterweight,
much of a
right?
step up from local heavyweight level to UFC undercard.
Do you know, I think they're so
heavyweight level.
crying out for heavyweights that people get signed too soon, and that's like I think, and with light heavyweight as well, they're just crying out for.
The
more
more and more
talent.
rule changes in rugby is the more and more bigger guys are going to leave rugby to go for MMA. So 5 to 10 years time, I think the level will climb dramatically. There'll be more heavyweights and a more better level. There's some big guys in Wales and England who all play rugby who could probably be potential stars, but they're all caught up in rugby because they're told to play rugby.
Yeah.
As soon as they start getting bored and then rules start changing, because numbers are dwindling now, numbers dropping big style now. When they drop further and further and they start to fight, then I think it's going to jump high.
Does anyone know how they made the cage smaller for this event? Was it because of the venue, or
The what?
was it because of the size of the venue? It looked a lot much smaller venue than you would usually put a UFC event in, but I don't know. But I didn't even know the cage was smaller until they mentioned it in commentary.
That's they've built that for tough.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
they've
just-
been having the contender
not gonna
series
happen.
in
The
there.
contender series, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's finished, isn't it?
well, they say the contender series is more finishes because the cage is smaller as well. So
Yeah.
I found a thing on Twitter called Fightnomics, and they've got a diagram here with the size of the cages. And so the normal cage is 746 foot, and the smaller one is 518 foot. and I think the first 10 fights, 8 fights, there were 6 finishes. They've actually got a thing here, another graphic for the finish rate. In the bigger cage, 48% of fights finish in a finish. In the smaller cage, it's 60%. So more fights do finish earlier in a smaller cage.
Yeah, I think I've seen something going on with Dana was on about that in the post fight, and he said that if fighters want to fight, they will fight. It doesn't matter what size the fucking cage is.
Yeah.
If fighters want to push the pace, they will push the pace. Like.
Oh, you look at Cage Warriors, right? Cage Warriors show in Cardiff. The proper show is a full-size cage. The ones on the
Academy
is I think it's 24-foot cage, smaller cages. So you only got to look at I'll have a look from this down now, but the finish rates on each show, right? I don't think there's a major difference.
Well, I know that a Scottish promotion on top, they use a bigger cage than most promotions, and I know one team up here, I won't mention them, they prefer the bigger cage because they like the footwork, they like the movement and all that. So
I prefer
to fight in the phone box, I would.
Yeah.
Much easier.
I prefer a bigger page.
What did you say?
On the topic of John Jones, he's just said he's going to vacate his title. Do
I
you
missed that
believe
tweet.
it?
I missed that one.
I haven't seen that one either.
I think
So
he's
does that
talking
mean he's going
shit.
to vacate because he's going up?
He's talking shit.
Maybe, yeah.
Is his next fight in Ngannou? Is that who you want to see him fight next, Geraint?
Oh, if he fights him, he's going to get smashed. And I get what you were saying.
You think John Jones will get smashed?
Yeah. I reckon he'll just come in the way Francis does, not technique, just windmills.
I definitely think Jones is getting closer to being beaten. Whoever.
Yeah.
Sean Sheehan said it he said it a few fights ago, and I was like, really? And then I've started. Okay, here we go. Here's the tweet.
I can't even see.
You're revoking your title. Yes.
See that bit? Yes.
Good Colby's comment.
What did Colby say?
Yeah. Remember,
you already lost her. Yes, just chuck a belt on him and nobody'd care.
So most people say if Cormier fought Ngannou, Cormier would take him down straight away.
Yeah,
I think Jones took Cormier down quite easily, so I think Jones would do the same to Ngannou. He would take him down.
Yeah, of course, but you got to take him down, then you still got to.
Yeah,
you got to take him down 5 times and keep him there. That's 5 times you got to get away from that punch.
I think if you try
to beat Jones with technique and skill, you're gonna lose. The way to beat them is by fucking throwing caution in the wind and just throw in and open your fucking hands.
If Ngannou did in his last fight, he's getting taken down straight away, and that's it. He's not getting back up.
I mean, it just all depends on whether Jones gets caught or not. But the thing with Ngannou is it doesn't even have to catch you flush. No. He grazes people when they go out.
But then Stipe took him. Once you get to power only gets you to that level. Once you get there, people like Stipe, like he done, he's finished him as well. Remember?
Yeah.
Stipe's performance is amazing, mind you.
I know.
Yeah.
That the elbow in the back of the head and trying to get up, taking his place, that really sucked the life out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just in his next fight, I don't think I've ever seen anyone so rattled by a prior performance. Like, he was just so gun shy. I was actually in Vegas for that fight, and it was going to be the one with Ngannou, the Stipe Ngannou Lewis was the next fight, and he just never touched him.
Yeah, but snooze fest.
Absolute snooze fest.
Oh, I got a question. Has anyone tried to take him down since Stipe? To think he's gone back and all worked on his takedown defense would be naive, wouldn't we? Surely he's got some sort of defense now.
I would think so, but when he talks about these boxing crossover fights, like, one, I don't care to see it. I'm really done with seeing all these crossover fights. I'd rather people stay in their lane at what they're good at, and you see like people at the top of their own game rather than trying to catch up to someone else's. Exactly, it goes back to the money thing. Can't blame them for doing it at all, but for a fan, it's just dull. I really don't care to see him fight Dillian White. But I would say a boxer probably stands a better chance against him than one of our more well-rounded fighters who would just take someone down straight away. That's never going to be Ngannou's forte.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But as I said, I still think he catches Jones. That's the can win against.
Yeah.
I hope so.
He's only catch
Do
him
we
once.
think that fight will happen?
I think Jones needs it. I think Jones needs to go up. He needs to beat Ngannou and then go for the title shot to cement his legacy as a GOAT and get rid of all this shit, bad past
So what
behind
happens
him.
to DC? Does DC fight again?
Well, just like DC, they're going for him and Stipe next, aren't they? If they can get that signed. I think Stipe is holding that up because of the virus and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stipe's saying he's got quite a bad eye injury as well. So
But that could be DC's last fight as well, depending on what happens. He might retire if he gets beat
but
anyway.
I think if that
How
fight
old is
doesn't
DC now?
happen, he's
41.
41.
But if he
If
won,
that
was
fight doesn't happen, I think DC will retire.
But if DC won it, that would maybe set up a DC Jones at heavyweight as well. I think DC would take that as well.
Jones to heavyweight.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so as well.
Remember that fight with Jones when he got knocked out with the head kick? Is that when Jones, they got taken away, didn't they? Because Jones was caught cheating.
Yeah.
DC was actually winning that fight. He was winning that. He was doing so well, and then he just got caught.
Yeah, he was doing well.
But he presses inside. The work he was doing on the inside and then hurting him and coming back out. I was wondering why he wouldn't stay in. Because he was getting inside, elbowing him, hurting him, and coming back outside.
If DC just beating Jones, he would have been the GOAT. He would have been my GOAT.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought he is good, didn't he?
He's a likeable guy as well, isn't he?
Oh, Zach Reardon. John Jones just tweeted saying, put Reyes versus Yan for the light heavyweight title. And saying, call him in 2021 for the easy fight.
Seems to me he just wants to stay relevant. Why all this all of a sudden? All right, he tells fighting that.
You've got your hand over the mic again, I think.
Oh, he's got his hand on his balls. Can't hear him at all. There we go.
Is that better or what? Can you know?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Underneath, you can see his boxing tweet as well.
Yeah.
And you're not going to see Izzy B. Jones anytime soon either.
He seems to me he just wants to stay relevant now.
Yeah,
but why all this? He likes, all right, he likes selling fights. He's good at what he does. But why are this all of a sudden? He keeps acting like yes, he's going to have what he's given. Dana stubbed him, we know what he's like. He just said, like, then you have this. I like your Olympic. Because wherever he fights, he's going to sell money. He's going to sell tickets.
I think the way he looks at it, like outside of Conor McGregor, he's the biggest star, which is true. He is the next biggest star. But the drop-off between him and Conor is a lot bigger than I think he thinks it is. Like, he's delusional if he thinks he's going to make more than Conor's ever earned in a fight. And then it's only because there's no kind of stars on the ascendancy at the moment, apart from Izzy, who he keeps going after. Like, but there's not a kind of like
the only fight that would be a super fight for Jones would be something like if Brock Lesnar came back. That would be a major pay-per-view seller, something like that.
Yeah.
Anything else, not going to sell. Even Ngannou, it's not going to be one of the big. It's not going to be in the top 10 top pay-per-views. But something like Brock Lesnar.
It's one that we will get excited about.
Yeah.
But like, it's not one that people in my office would be asking me about.
And if he caught Jones and got knocked out, that's going to be turned into a meme, isn't it? And that's going to be the most popular meme ever, isn't it?
Meme.
See what we have to put up with.
Oh, I just had a thought now. Remember when Conor McGregor put on the Twitter that he's retiring, and Twitter broke down and went fucking mental, and it turns out that he told Dana he'd get 10 million people talking about him within the next hour, and he's like, no, prove it. And he did. I wonder if Jones is trying to guess all these sort of numbers and prove that people are talking about him just by
so
calling
no one
these out.
like it and make sure it backfires.
Nobody's attacked. He's never been this bad in Dana. What Jones is doing, he's really going for Dana's throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Conor's not done that. It'll be interesting to see what happens. There we go.
Rab Truesdale, Wales taking over MMA UK live streams recently. Any heavyweights apart from yourself, Geraint, that I should worry about?
Oh, yeah, big O's from Swansea, innit? Big O's. he's beat me, so but he's not very active though.
Is he sticking to MMA now? Because he's got to come and train with us before. And
I haven't spoken to O's for ages, Glenn, to be honest with you.
I asked him to bring his kit, and he said no, he just went to grapple. So I'm not sure if he's
He's a good grappler.
I know, very, very good.
He's
strong. Like a house on top of me.
He is strong.
O's Gwyn.
O's Gwyn.
Very, very.
Why you all got weird fucking names, man?
Sorry,
at least Glenn's got a normal name.
Oh, I don't know.
I have got a big heavyweight. I was just talking to my buddy now, and he reckons he's going to be a heavyweight soon. Rowan Crocker. He eats like a fucking horse. So he'll be heavyweight soon. Watch out for him. Ex-IMF European champion. He'll be
What weight did he last fight at?
He fights in middleweight, but I think he's like 90 odd now. He just eats like a fucking unreal. Soon as when we got knocked out of the tournament in the IMF, I love my food. I eat for days. I've never seen anyone eat like as much as him. He is incredible.
He's our MMA UK heavyweight, Lewis Smith. He won't watch anyway. He's too busy with his Wales Online stuff.
Oh, me! Oh, oh boy! Oh, by the way, all the best and the worst in his new job.
I did. You only got it because of me, anyway. No, I'm only joking. We tried to get Lewis on tonight, actually, when we were looking for somebody last minute. So when Lewis said no, we turned to Glenn.
And just decided to rinse him on the show.
Glenn went the weekend off. I wasn't. It was somebody this afternoon, but I couldn't come face it, so I messaged her. We're doing it tomorrow instead. No.
So what about one more topic before we sign off? What about Fight Island? I know a few of my mates have got call-ups. I know Molly's been matched and she's got a date. Fishy's got a date. I don't know.
Have you got Katie? Are you going to announce the fights for us, Katie? Because I know you know who they are. No.
And Nathaniel, I heard had fight news pending, so I take it he's had a call as well.
Isn't Brett looking for it as well?
Jack Shore's been matched as well, I think.
Yeah, I put on my social media earlier that I wasn't sure if it's real or what's happening.
Maybe.
It assured me. He said keep an eye. It's going to be an announcement soon in Wales as well.
Maybe Shore versus Wood. Who knows?
Yeah, Jack and Nathaniel.
That would be a great fight.
I'd love that.
Haven't they had a bit of beef though on social media?
Yeah, they've had a wee digs in there.
Have they?
Yeah,
it's been a while back now, man. Yeah, a few years. Keeps going. You have these jams.
I know the prospect is you were Betty Kate, but I think the tank smashes him at the moment.
Yeah,
I think his style. He's going to struggle with his style.
I really
and
don't
Jack's
want to see
a big
that fight
bantamweight.
yet. Like I love them both, and I would like it to be further down the line. I don't want to see.
It might happen because Nathaniel coming off a loss, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Jack's on his way up, so they sometimes meet in the middle there. So
I just don't think it's the right time for that fight. But that again,
I think it's
now. You just sat on the fence, you are.
No, I think it's now or never.
Get off the fence, bro.
Imagine it never happened.
It's going to be a great watch.
Yeah. What about Bretton Wood?
I'd see that would be tough for me, but I would love to see that fight.
Isn't Brett is actually trying to get a fight on Fight Island only? I've seen something on social media.
God, if ever there was somebody just designed for Fight Island, it's got to be Brett, hasn't it? Like,
is it just European fighters? Is it just European fighters this is for? Just people outside America?
So maybe this gives us a hint about where it is. It's obviously not on US soil.
It can be because European fighters can't get over there, and that's why.
Exactly, so they can't get.
They can get over there, they can't get a working visa, can they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and it's going to take a while for that stuff to get off the ground again, I would have thought.
So this is genuine now. I've got a ridiculous rumor, which is not true, because I sort of planted the food. I was told this morning, right, that the island is Tenby.
Jersey, are you?
But
we're an island. It could be the UK or Ireland. We're an island.
There's two islands off Tenby. But then they said the person that told me he's in charge of security. They said they applied for security on it. So I think it's a lie, because when I said to Shaky, he said it is in the UK. He said no, it's not in the UK.
Till versus Whittaker is supposed to be
Main
on
event.
Fight Island on the 25th of July.
That's a great fight as well.
Do you know who else I want to see on Fight Island? Modestus Pekauskas, because he had his he had a fight arranged, his debut fight in the UFC, and now that's been.
And I went. I'd like
like
Tom
to see-
Aspinall as well. I'd like Tom Aspinall to go because he had the camp wasted. I'm not sure if he's quite ready. He'd probably be ready by then. But you know, of everything he worked for to go fight in London.
Kids Warrior struggled to match him, didn't he?
Yeah.
I know that's a few times.
He fought Sofian after you, didn't he?
And Sofian smashed his leg to bits.
Snapped his leg, yeah. But yeah, Tom is very good. People, you know, reading some negative reviews when he signed for thing. I've watched him a few times, and he is good. He will hold his own in the UFC, I think. Especially that.
I mean, especially a few times, Tom.
Watching them heavyweights last night.
I was going to say he's better than a lot of the heavyweights I've seen in the UFC.
Didn't he go pro boxing for a while as well?
So reading between, I was going to interview him the other day, right? But I don't want to interview what Ready Mid Fight does. I just want to help out amateurs. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask him a few things, right? But I think he only did pro boxing just to bring his boxing on for MMA.
Yeah.
I think he went to pro boxing, learned it, took a year out of MMA and come back. But there's a few people done that. I think Mason did that as well.
I asked to fight him up in FCC a few years ago. Is it Adam? Adam Tay?
Adam Tay, aye.
Yeah, I think he asked me to fight him up in Bolton a good few years ago, like, but I was just drinking and eating a lot at the time.
A bit like Glenn.
Fighting for free, yeah.
Yeah.
You see who I'd like in Fight Island? Stevie Ray.
Oh yeah, of course. And the dentist. I would love the dentist to be on Fight Island. One more pick each. Who would you like to see on Fight Island, Geraint?
Well, I'd see the Welsh boys on him. Always good to see the Welsh boys doing well.
Would you like to see Mason get his call up?
I think Mason will defend his belt, I think, before he gets signed.
He will defend his belt, yeah.
Because, who got signed? Who vacated the belt to get signed?
Jai Herbert, yeah. Jai Herbert and DKC. Mark DKC, that'll be a hell of a fight.
I think he's just about to have a baby, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, his missus is, not him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great fight though that we didn't get to see against DKZ. We'd love to see that again, or see that be made again anyway. And you, Glenn, one shout that you'd like to see on Fight Island?
Jai Herbert, the Mark DKC. That's the one I want to see.
Yeah,
that's the one I want to see.
I would like to see Stevie Ray versus the two burglars who tried to steal his kids' bikes.
Tell me this story, Peter, because we spoke about it earlier and I don't know the full story.
Yeah, Stevie posted a video the other day, and there's actually video footage which Frankie will probably be putting on in the next minute or so. So basically, he was in his bed and he just kind of woke up and thought he heard somebody biking away from his house or whatever. And he remembered his kids' bikes are outside the house. So I think we got his doorbell footage right here. So there's Stevie Ray. Look, I think his neighbour's there telling him somebody's taking your kids' bikes. So he remembers he's got a bike in the cupboard here. So you can see him shit out with a bike here. There he is. So he's away off after the two junkies that stole his kids' bikes. That's his partner Natalie talking to the neighbour. So the next video you're going to see, look at the top of the screen, kind of in the middle left-hand side, and you'll see one of the junkies biking down. Right after that, you'll see another junkie biking down. And so here we go. Look, top screen. There's one of the junkies there on a bike. And then keep looking at the top right-hand side. You should see another junkie. Now you're going to see something a bit quicker. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Here we go.
They did get a bit of a head start on him.
Look.
Fucking must be quick in this game.
Oh my God. No bird or plane, it's Stevie fucking Ray.
Did he catch him?
Right, so Stevie, right, so what you're not going to see now is Stevie actually starts shouting at the first one, going, get the fuck off the bike. He didn't know at the time until he got a bit closer. It was actually a lassie. So she stopped, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, right? Then the guy who was in front of the bike, he's walking back up towards him, going, oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. So Stevie has a wee pop at him. Stevie actually did want to batter him, but he'd probably end up in more trouble if he'd done that. So he kind of let them go, which I thought was the wrong thing to do because they could be stealing other people's bikes or whatever now. What I don't know is how Stevie got 3 bikes back to his house.
Can we please get footage of that?
Of him getting the bikes back.
Oh, and them junkies only sorry they got caught, son. That's all they're sorry about.
Remember who was it?
Yeah, you're right.
You should have made them sorry.
Anthony Smith, remember his house got broken into as well. He ended up. It turned out the guy breaking his house was a wrestler, top college wrestler. And Smith actually struggled to get him down and all that. So
which
it was
John
hard in the
Jones mugged
UFC
him off about on Twitter as well.
Yeah. It'd be quite scary, wouldn't it, if somebody's in your
house. Don't underestimate these junkies. Look at John Jones. He might rock up, he might be pinching the bike. Fuck's sake, John, put it back, please. Well, you be saying sorry to him? Yeah, you can shake it, have it.
Oh. Okay, well, I think that's all we've got for this week. It's a lot more tame than last week.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
It was just a fight in the UFC. I've never ever seen this before. It was Carlisle, wasn't it? And I think it was the second round.
Carlisle.
Yeah, he won the first round. I think he was on top of the guy the second round. The clappers went. So 10 seconds left, and a few seconds later, he decided, I don't know, he just got up and walked away. And the bell didn't even bang. The other guy gets up, fucking hooks him on the side of the face, and then takes him down.
He did a pole daily on Koscheck.
And it's not like it was a big crowd or nothing, so I've no idea. I've not seen nothing from him on Twitter or nothing to see why he's done that.
It was so strange. Like Dana said, he thought it was the end of the round, but like we say, like in Brazil or somewhere or Dublin, you expect not to be able to hear the end of the round, but in an empty, it's not even an arena, in an empty venue.
For me, right, I'm led to believe he was trying to save stuff in the gas tank because they were saying just before he did it of how he gasses in the later rounds. So when he got up and walked off, I thought, he's saving energy. You know, glaring him up, walking off, like, a bit more of a rest, like.
Maybe he thought the bell was going to ring just when you got up. Maybe he just thought there was only a couple of seconds left, rather than 5 seconds. Maybe something like that. No, it was an entertaining fight. What a fight that was as well. And I think the Chris Ming and all that, they all thought he won. It turned out the judges gave it the other way. So
I'm going to keep an eye out for him though, because he's entertaining, isn't he? He's a little tank. He's strong. Get his cardio sorted. And I got a question for you as well. Remember that heavyweight fight when he went to throw him on the outside underhook? He went to throw him and he grabbed the fucking cage.
Yeah, he grabbed it.
He grabbed the cage. He grabbed the cage, stopped him being thrown. I think he should have been docked a point for that, definitely, and that would have been a draw fight. Why they didn't dock him? Because he was being put on his ass and he grabbed the cage. Who grabbed it is not going to...
I think it was the same fight, but it was a fight where the guy grabbed the cage, then he let go, then he done it again, let go. He done it like 3 times in this one sequence, and I just thought the referee said, no, you'll get a point or something off for that. Because he was stopping the position, the changing. Just a brief grab, that he shouldn't be doing it.
What was the guy's name? Wasn't he a big Saka or something? And it was a close fight anyway. And when he went to throw him, he grabbed him, loved the outside underhook, he stepped through, he went to throw, and as he's getting under his hip for the elevated toss, grabs the cage, and then he stopped him being put on his ass. And so if you're doing it when you're against the cage, you know, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you can't help it when you're against the cage. But he did that.
Was it Gabe Green one? Is it Gabe Green and Daniel Rodriguez?
I think it was the third fight. Like
Sakai,
Sakai was one of the fighters.
Yeah, they were fat. Gabe Green, no, it wasn't. Sorry, no. That Gabe Green took it in short notice. No, I know that. Yeah, you're right.
This is the third fight from the top of the card.
Yeah, that's it.
Was it a main card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, so Gilbert Burns, Saka.
Read it to me.
Yeah,
no, say here.
Saka.
It wasn't Bolt Weaver, no. I can't see it in your results article.
Anyway.
He It should have been a draw. It should have been a draw.
Yeah.
It was a split. It was a split decision, and if they had, they should have given it a draw.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Any thoughts from anyone before we go? Is there anyone you'd like to shout out, Geraint?
No, I've been inactive for a while, so I'm already sponsors. Well, Matthew Mole sponsored me for the last couple of fights I've had. So thanks, Matt. But yeah, I've been inactive for a while, so I'm going to need sponsors. Like.
I've got one long-term sponsor, Cam's Transport, for all your haulage needs throughout the UK. Cam's Transport are amazing to me. So if you need anything big moved or any haulage, lorries or whatever, Cam's Transport.
Fantastic. And we'd like to thank Fight Fuel for sponsoring us for tonight's episode. Every time I say Fight Fuel, you drink some Tennent's, and every time you say it, I drink a glass of wine. These are not the drinks supplied by Fight Fuel. Just so you know.
Can I just say I was warned
That's
this week?
podcast fuel.
I was warned a few times this week, because last week when we were down in the pint, half a pint went over my head. So I was warned by my partner not to do it this week. So I've got about half a can here. Like, wait, no, better not.
I wanted to warn you not to take the top off, but I forgot.
All right,
scarred.
Okay.
Yes.
Top off. Yes.
Oh, Frankie, I wanted to do us a favour, Frankie. I wanted to edit the Simpsons theme tune into him next week.
the only thing missing is a Conor McGregor tattoo or something, isn't it? Yeah.
Crikey. What a fine specimen of a man.
Yeah,
and
baby.
What a beautiful
you know it.
note to end things on this week. Thank you to the guests for joining me. It's been fabulous to have you, Geraint. I'll be sure to follow all of your TikToks to see some new ideas. Glenn, thank you so much for joining us when you're super hungover.
Where's my bed?
Trooper.
I feel better now. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go.
we're the cure.
You needed. Peter, thank you for joining me again.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everyone. Over and
Okay,
out.
see you soon, mate. All the best,
Yeah,
guys.
Always, Frank. Just a credit. Yes.
Alexa, kitchen plug off.
Yeah, we're still live, Katie. Is that a kitchen plug or is that your butt plug?